Hello. Hello and welcome to the final race of the season in ERO PSF5. We are in Italy at Monza and the Ferrari fans will be very pleased. The two guys, Villeneuve and Stevie, wrapped up the championship a few races ago. And Stevie, of course, the F5 champion this season. But I'm sure they're going to put on a good show for the Tifosi today. Weather looks nice. I think it's sunny. I'm going to focus on the Ferraris. To start with, we are in Monza after all. Can they get a double podium to end the season? Maybe. Here's one of my favourite drivers to commentate on, Ronanosaurus, aka T-Rex. Don't think Italy is their natural environment. Although in the upcoming Jurassic World film, you never know. Soon to be released, I'm sure this man's very excited about it. I know, I certainly am. So, not many drivers out so far. I think the Ferraris are just making their way out the pits now. Here they come. Champions of the world. Done a great job all season. Both of them. Has to be said. Although Villeneuve will be wanting to show his true worth. He doesn't want to be playing second fiddle to Stevie all the time. He wants to win this race. And he'll certainly give it a good go. We're about to see something special from the Ferrari boys. Yes, here we go. Some wonderful celebrations. Oh, they're going to crash! Oh, we thought this might happen. That was fantastic stuff. Great to see the guys celebrating their championship win. Almost came together. That would have been brilliant. Would have loved that. Well, congratulations, Ferrari. Put on a show for the fans. I do love to see it. And now we've got to stay out of the way of all the people doing some serious laps. Well done, guys. Love it. So here's T-Rex. Amongst all that, he's set a purple sector 1, of course, and 2, because he is the first driver to complete a lap. What times are we thinking today? I do have a reasonable record of predicting. I'm going to go for a 120.4. as T-Rex does a 122.2. Who's next across the line? We have Ennis the Menace, 122.1. So he's on the mediums though, so decent. Well, better than T-Rex. Sully 123.2, and we have Mr. Bean pops up into pole position. Will he do Mr. Bean things today? Who knows? Tamesis out. Tamesis is gone. Well, that's curious, isn't it? There he is. Through Parabolica on his out lap, I think, or his first lap, and he's lost it. Well, dizzy heights of P2 and F3 last weekend. Clearly is still a bit dizzy from it. He's gone straight into the wall. Medical car deployed. So that's his qualifying over. Start from the back. An interesting race for him. Who else have we got coming along? A Geodude, perhaps, or is it Boyman? It's Boyman. It was Boyman. 122.2. Shoddy camera work. I do apologise. T-Rex on a quicker lap. Someone's going slowly. I think they're just preparing for their next lap, as we do see another quick driver in Nestek. Just was weaving a bit there, maybe lost it. I think Dulce is about to cross the line. And he does go on provisional pole of 121.3. So 120.4 is perhaps looking a bit ambitious, but we haven't seen the championship leader yet. And he's my bet for pole position. Who else is out there? Swiss Stack coming around for another go. Just about, yes, he's going to improve. There's a 121.8. As a Geodude does a 120.6. These are the times that we really want to see. So the 120.4 is looking a little bit more realistic now. Well done, a Geodude, for that lap. Nestek does a 120.5 as well. So these guys have been at the top all season. So it's been Stevie, Nestek and a Geodude all the way. Currently the top 3 in the championship. Villeneuve can actually catch Nestek. Excuse me. Can actually catch Nestek for P3, but it's a bit of a long shot. He does have a 14-point gap to make up. So in front there's a car on the grass. That is Swiss Stack getting out of the way. There's another car up ahead. Everyone's going off the track here. What's going on? So we've got shade maps involved. What are we doing here? It's not a car park, guys. That's the donut man. It's the donut place. So you know, interesting. I mean, Swiss Stack obviously not doing donuts. Got nothing to celebrate. He's not had the best of seasons. Is he stuck? Oh, he's stuck. Oh no. This is a disaster. He can reset to track if he so wishes. If in this situation, can anyone get a message to him before he gets disqualified? Oh, he's been disqualified. I was too slow. I apologise. I was about to send him a message on PlayStation. So Swiss Stack's been disqualified and now his car is free. Don't you just love it? Oh, fantastic stuff. So Swiss Stack's been disqualified for parking on the curb. Oh, what a shame. Anyway, so the Ferrari boys have sacrificed their first attempt at a lap just to do some donuts. That's what we want to see. The fans want to see it. The Ferrari fans certainly. As Fabio at his home Grand Prix will be keen to impress the Italian fans. That won't impress anyone though. He's messed up the first corner. I don't know what that was. Frustration, I guess. Never mind. So who else is doing things? Mr. Bean, what's he doing? Is he doing Mr. Bean things? No, he seems to be driving quite well. Quite smooth through that corner. See how he is through Curva Grande. Full throttle, of course. It's almost like a straight in these cars. When does he brake? Just after the 100 metre board. He just apparently do a purple sector 1. I do take that with a pinch of salt. Never sure to trust the game as he goes through Lesmo 1 and here comes Lesmo 2. Could have cut that more and ran a little wider to carry more speed. There he is on the one of the 2 DRS straights on this track. Not many people overtake into Ascari though. Mr. Bean is 1.2 seconds up from a pretty poor time, but certainly going to improve here as it comes up to a Parabolica. And yes, I'm going to call it Parabolica. He seems to have taken it quite well. Closer onto the line on the right hand side. And he does a 120.6. Pretty competitive. This man has improved throughout the season. It's great to see. As Villeneuve and Stevie continue to be in the pits, I mean, they're just taking the Mickey, or I don't know. Do they know something we don't? Who else is there? The Maverick has gone wrong. Fabio is obviously improving from that shambles of a time. Shane Mab's in the garage. Looking at the data. Was Sully. Could be called Snaily after that chicane, has to be said. That was pretty slow. Istvod just starting a new flying lap. Not a bad chicane. No idea about the weather in the race. because my spotters are useless and nobody's told me. Well, never mind. We don't have the forecast in the commentary box because the game is stupid. I feel like with Stevie's still pit. Is there a blockage in the pit lane? I don't know. There's someone going slowly there. It's a Geodude. I don't usually see him going that slowly. Clearly something wrong. Sully has had a problem. We will see from here what's happened at the Ascari chicane. If we look on our right hand side, we will see a stranded car. We just about saw that of Sully. Okay. So this does not bode well for the race if people can't keep it on the track in qualifying. It certainly will be an interesting one. 17 drives today is pretty poor performance actually for this season. We normally have much better attendance than this in F5, so it's something everyone should be proud of. They've done very well. Stevie and Villeneuve are still staying in the pits. Perhaps they want to have some fun today and do some overtaking. That would be great to see. It has to be that. I mean, what else are they doing? Does anybody know? Does anybody know what these guys are doing? There's a big pile up somewhere. Are they doing donuts and I'm missing it? Maybe. Well, if they've done them, I've missed it. Never mind. We saw the Ferrari boys do it, so I apologise. And it's the Menace right behind Boyman. Clearly not holding each other up. They're both on in or out laps. One of the two. So I'm disappointed if Stevie doesn't come out and set the 120.4 that I want him to set. But you know, maybe Nestaker Jude or Mr. Bean might do it. They're very close, aren't they? Within a tenth of one another, the top three at the moment. Very interesting, as cars are beginning to set lap times. Mr. Bean does come out of the pits and does Mr. Bean things. Any comments on that one? Seems illegal. But anyway, that is Mr. Bean for you. If he didn't do a Mr. Bean thing, then he wouldn't have his nickname. What a character. He just can't write this stuff. So the Ferraris still stay in the pits. I mean, what is going on here? We're very confused. Exciting. So Fabian out lap. There must be someone ahead on a proper lap. I don't think there is. Excuse me. Someone's gone. Saitzi's lost it. Surprise, surprise. The Red Bull have an absolute clown fest of a season. Both Red Bulls actually have been complete and utter disasters. I think they're probably currently last in the championship by memory. Yes, they are. They're absolutely plumb last, and even if they got 1 and 2 today, I don't think they'd catch up to second from last. That is how bad they have been. Not what I want to see from Red Bulls. A Geodude has retired from the session. Has he lost it as well? He has as well. He's been at Ascari, so he was pushing. Been at Ascari as we ride aboard Mr. Bean. Is obviously not improving this lap. Excuse me. I've got hiccups. This is a disaster. Anyway, he needs to get out of the way of Mr. Italy himself, Fabio, who wants to get on with it. He's got an appointment later and he cannot miss. He's got to run after this race, so he needs to speed as much as he can and get the race over and done with. My weather spotters are telling me it's going to be dry in the race, which is disappointing. Been very lucky this season, these guys, with the weather, as Fabio sets a slightly more competitive time of a 1:22.4. Not his best though. Now, are the Ferraris actually going to come out the pits, or are they just messing around and want to stay at the back? Either way, they won't start from the back of the grid, which is some achievement. But yeah, why not have some fun? Or are they going to just do one lap and go P1 and P2? Another great story. Either way, Shane Mabs is last of the people who set times. Who can challenge for pole? Well, Verova is just about on his time, as he runs a little bit wide. He's going to find sector 1. But we'll ride on board with Mr. Bean for now. See if he can improve in his sector 2 time. He's 0.2 down, so it's not looking likely this time, unless he really throws it through. I mean, that is what you call throwing it through Ascari, and Mr. Bean's gone. He has lost it again for the what seems like the 1000th time this season. Mr. Bean's car is in a wall, so he won't be improving. But it's not in the race, so all these people are pushing like crazy, but it's not in the race. As we've got a new joiner, Bangladesh joined, fantastic stuff. We've got an extra car in the race, that's what we're going to see. As Villeneuve and Stevie are coming out the pits. Is it too late though? How much time's left? So here they come then. Are they giving each other a tow? Nobody else has tried this yet in Monza. I don't even know what time's remaining because there's so many yellow flags everywhere. Oh, it just got a flash and I wasn't watching. No idea. 1 minute remaining. I don't think they've got time to get round, have they? This is well, they've just about, haven't they? Just about got time. Touch and go though. Here we go. Spangwise apparently finished the session already. But there is a minute to go, and Villeneuve and Stevie really certainly want to put the pressure on themselves, don't they? So, I mean, I would have said Stevie will be giving Villeneuve a tow, if anything else. I don't see why they'd do it the other way around. Oh, so Stevie's lost it! His DNF didn't qualify! What's going on here? He's going to start from the back of the grid. Is that a mistake? That's an absolute shambles. That's took me by surprise, that has. But anyway, Villeneuve continues. What can he do? The Ferrari's hopes lie with Villeneuve. This is a great chance for him to win this race with his rival at the back of the grid. The pressure is really on now. We're going to ride on board with Villeneuve all the way as we watch the other times come in. There's no one else that can really challenge for pole here. Stays away from the curbs as you should around this Monza track. If you go over them, you'll fly into orbit. As he goes around Curva Grande full throttle, he'll be pushing like a crazy man. Can he get pole position and snatch it away from Nestek, get that 120.4 that we've been dreaming of? What's his sector 1 time? It's a 26.5. I have no idea if that's good or not. He's had a little bit of a moment over that curb, but he's managed to keep it together. Through the Lesmos now. He's run a bit wide. It's an absolute shambles of a lap so far. He'll not be happy with this. He needs to really throw it into this. He has done. He's gone for it. Full throttle. DRS wide open as he goes down the back straight. And there's tyres everywhere on the track. And his Ferrari car will be recovered. His teammate's car, will be recovered, and he goes into the Ascari chicane. Stay off the curbs, don't get a bit happy, and there's still a tyre on the track of Stevie. He'll be worried about that one. Here he comes then, last straight before the parabolic corners. Nesek does improve slightly, does a 120.5, not far away from the 120.4, but no one was challenging Nesek anyway. Apart from this man, Villeneuve, what can he do? He stays right. Oh, he pits! He pits! So then, they want to start from the back. They want a bit of a challenge, a bit of fun. This is going to be great stuff. Well, I'm looking forward to this race already. So, through all that chaos, we've got Nestek on pole, Ajudu P2, Mr. Bean in P3, Dulst P4, good performance by him, Ennis the Menace in P5, Istfod P6, and T-Rex in P7. Boyman the Maverick and Fabio rounding off the top 10. Saitsi, the shocking driver in the Red Bull. I'm cruel, I'm only joking. Of course, how many points has he got actually? Let's have a look. He has got points. It's clear. I know this much. No, sorry, I lied. He's got a point. Yeah, so, as I said, shambles. But he's in P11, good opportunity for him from there. Sully P12, the reserve driver. Shade Mabs in effectively last place of the drivers to set a lap in P13. So it does prove you just set a lap and you'll do well. Banglabai joined late, P14. Demesis, obviously, at DNF, P15. The honour of choosing not to set a time, P16. I suspect Stevie would have done the same had he not smashed into a wall, and Swistat being disqualified for parking on that sleeping policeman chicane, or whatever they call them. So another sunny day on the, what would be Sunday in real life. It is, of course, Friday, guys. Don't worry, we're not wishing the weekend away just yet. We see all the crowd on the balcony. They're absolutely loving it, clapping in varying intervals with the roboticness of Kimi Räikkönen. But they're loving life, enjoying themselves. Surprised there's not more Ferrari tops on. You know, we are in Italy. Yeah, let's get a bit real, guys. But in the crowd, of course, there will be Ferrari tops all over the place. Not sure we'll see many safety cars today, but we have seen a few issues in qualifying. So how quickly can the Ferraris get through the field without damage as well? They used to being at the front, you know. Green flags, yeah, good, well done, guys. Synchronised as well, fantastic. So we haven't got the wet race start of last season, which did prove eventful, it has to be said. Stevie, cover your ears, skip the next half a minute, because we are going to talk about that start last year. So last season it was intermediate start, or it might have been full wets, I can't remember. Either way, Stevie was on pole, absolutely smashed it by an absolute mile. He was on pole. He barely made it 10 yards and smashed into the wall. Didn't even make it to turn one. I personally was laughing my head off and almost missed my braking point and smashed into the back of Andreas in my surprise. But yeah, Stevie didn't make it to turn one last season, so can he make it? This is a big question that I've been waiting for months. Can Stevie make it to turn one in Monza? Many people have been laughing at him. You've got to, haven't you? You've got to, you know, he's got a podium every race apart from one. You've got to take the punches where you can. Yeah. Will he have the traumatic PTSD around Monza due to that unfortunate accident last season? We'll soon find out. Can he make it to turn one? Will Stevie make it through to turn one? There is a vote on. I'm voting no. I'm voting no. Apparently it's not counted, but I don't think he's going to make it to turn one. I think there'll be too many cars in the way. I mean, look, there's loads of cars in the way. There's 2 cars behind him. How's that happened? The Maverick's gone. I've lost that, sorry. So the Maverick somehow joined his teammate at the back, but he'll obviously go through the field into the front. And Stevie's got a lot of traffic to get through. Will there be a dive bomb send into turn one? I mean, we're going to have to watch the front, really, and I really want to watch these guys at the back. So Saiti and Fabio smashed into each other. Surprise, surprise. I'm not sure whose fault that was, but I suspect it's not Fabio's. Swistak's also been disqualified. From the formation lap, they will get to continue. So it's the second disqualification for Swistak in 10 minutes. It's not a very good race. Maybe a win, though. You never know. So let's get some telemetry on about tyres. We've not looked at this. So the Ferraris are going on the mediums. Everyone else on the soft. So the Ferraris going in for the long haul. Will an early safety car completely ruin their races? That would be unfortunate. So we're almost ready. So here they come then for the final time this season. The lights are out and away they go. Neste gets a reasonable start. Where's the Geodude in all this? He's got a decent one as well, to be fair. It's like a whole gaggle of cars further back. So Geodude's looking like he's going to send it in the last race of the season. Is he? No, he's not. Varova around the outside. Mr. Bean doesn't lose the front wing, does quite well. So further back there is a collision. Someone's gone. Villeneuve's involved. Oh no, he's just getting by Bangladesh. So already Villeneuve's up to P13. Fantastic stuff from him. Stevie gets past Swistak, but just starting in front of him. Shade Mavs has dropped to the back. Unfortunate for him. As Nestek still leads the way. As behind, Dulst is going to send it over into the Lesmo. Is he? No, he's not. But Ennis the Menace very, very close behind. Mr. Bean losing touch with the front two already. Boyman getting past Istfod somehow. Tomisis and Saitsi are battling. Tomisis quick drive, of course. Saitzi's gone off. Saitzi's gone off and Villeneuve's by. Who else can get past? Can Bangladesh make the move as well? It looks like it. It's going for it up into the Scottish chicane. There's absolute lag everywhere. I don't like this. Oh, there's a few going by. So Sully and Bangladesh are trying to get past Saitsi. Bangladesh is up the inside of Sully. There's going to be contact here almost certainly. There's not. What are they doing? They're all over the place. Oh no! Bangladesh's in the wall. There's no DNF, but there is certainly a yellow flag. He was lagging all over the place though, so you know, serves him right. Shade Mabs made up 2 positions. Obviously hasn't overtaken anyone. They've just crashed. Stevie going to make a move on Saitsi now. No, very easy to do when Saitsi pits. So the Maverick's looking close to Istfod, not going to send a lunge down the inside, and the 2 Mercedes behind, Fabio and Tomisis. Tomisis will be desperate to get past as quick as possible. Quick driver out of position, as is Villeneuve and Stevie. So close to the front then, we've got a Geodude and Nestek battling away. A Geodude very, very close to Nestek there, and Mr. Bean sort of coming back a little bit and closing the gap, as Dulst and Ennis still close to one another, and T-Rex dropping back a little bit there. He'll be needing to get back in that DRS zone, otherwise he's going to be a sitting duck on one of these straights for Boyman and Istfod behind. Saitzi's got a penalty on lap 2. Enough said. So everyone's within a second of each other, all the way down to Villeneuve. So Villeneuve is obviously struggling on those different tyres. So has been a yellow flag in sector 2. I think that's Saitsi. So Shane Mabs has been overtaken by Swistak after the Scottish chicane, which is interesting. Obviously not a track he likes. Stevie then only a couple of tenths behind Sully. It looks to be, yes, easy job done almost, isn't it? As they're already going through that corner. No lunges into turn 1. There won't be any until DRS has been enabled, of course. So unlikely, as a Geodude still stays close to Nestek. Looks like Mr. Bean struggles at the first chicane and then gets it all back for the last. So that's one to watch for later on. And Mr. Man is still behind Dulst. Was he behind Dulst before? I think so. And the yellow flag further back as Swistak's obviously made a mistake. So we do watch Ennis the Menace. He's going to send it up in the inside of Ascari. He has done. Dulst trying the switchback. Probably doesn't work there though. As now T-Rex is all over the back of them. And he's gaining. There's not got much ERS left. He's got Dulst and Ennis battling through Parabolica. As T-Rex is looking like he's going to pick up the pieces here. So DRS enabled. Oh, Nestek's gone. Oh no, he's not. He's just been overtaken by Geodude. Mr. Bean keeps in front of Dulst and Ennis side by side. Ennis getting a little bit squeezed out there, and T-Rex caught up in that as well. So Villeneuve and Stevie doing quite a good job actually in P12, P13 on obviously different tyres. Ennis and Dulst having a great battle. It's probably the battle of the race so far. Close to one another throughout, although that has dropped them back from the front 3 now, and Mr. Bean's managed to catch up because of the battle of Geodude and Nestek ahead. You shouldn't really get too many penalties around Monza. There's not too many places you can exceed track limits. Sites has managed it, but I'm hoping the rest of them won't do this. So the Maverick quite close to Istvod, and it looks like he's going to get the job done into Parabolica, and he'll probably still have DRS. Yes, so Istvod's going a bit deep, and the Maverick's going to have the switchback on him, and it's going to be a really, really easy move. He's going to get DRS, I think, as well. Yes, he is. Anyway, further in front, Nestek doesn't get the job done. T-Rex is very, very close to Ennis the Menace, but with them both having DRS, it's obviously difficult. The Maverick safely past Istvod, and Tomesis now past Fabio, his teammate. Could have been team orders, and the Ferraris are gaining now on the drivers ahead on softs. Yes, softs. Swiss Tack close to Shane Mabs at the back of the grid, but in the more interesting part of the race, Geodude leads the way with Nestek very close behind, and Mr. Bean just about hanging on. He's got 3-second gap to the car behind. There's been a yellow flag. Sully's had a spin. He's doing a 3-point turn. Oh dear, it's not gone well for him. But away he goes, and he'll be hoping for a safety car, of course. Tomesis had a huge moment at one of the Lesmos, and he's dropped all the way down to P15. Dreadful for him, as maybe the Mercedes came together, because Fabio's dropped back as well, and now Stevie, Villeneuve and Fabio are quite close to one another also. Further forward, we have similar gaps to what we've been used to seeing. No movement at the front for now. Further back, it's looking like Istvod's going to make an absolute send on the Maverick. He's gone for it. He's gone for the lunge down the inside. The Maverick's held on like Verstappen. Can Istvod get the switch back? Oh, he's just... Keep the throttle down there, and you've got him into Curva Grande. Why did he lift off the throttle? Ah, dear me. Anyway, Stevie's past Villeneuve. Surely not team orders in the last race of the season, guys. Come on. Send it. Boo. Later on, we may see these guys battling. Swisstack now very close to Shaymabs. Shaymabs holding off in P13. Unlucky for some. So Mr. Bean's dropped back. He's obviously struggling now, or made a mistake of some sort. Either that, or Geodude and Nestek have took something and they've just launched off into the front. Of course, Mr. Bean not got a podium yet, so yeah, that could be a story. And a good one it will be. Oh no! Oh no, well, I don't think he's getting a podium now. What on earth was that? How was he not DNF'd? I mean, he's waiting patiently. He's learnt from his previous mistakes. Oh, I do feel for the guys. He's complete. Oh dear me. This is awful. This is heartbreaking. So just as I was saying, Mr. Bean might get his first podium. Oh no! T-Rex has gone! How's he gone there? What's happened? This has got to be a safety. It is a safety car. What on earth was that? How on earth do you lose the car there, guys? We've got to see some sort of incident there. We've got to see T-Rex is on board in his last race of the season. So this is magic for Verova, because you know he's managed to get in the pits and not lose as much as he did or he would have done. Wow. So almost everyone's going to pit, I'd say, and Villeneuve and Stevie are going to be leading the way. Well, well, well. So poor old Mr. Bean. I was just saying he might get a podium, and I've cursed him again. I've done this before. Cursed him again, and he's crashed into the wall at Parabolica. How he's not DNF'd? That looked like a massive collision. How he's not DNF'd, I don't know. And then T-Rex goes and DNFs at Curva Grande. Unbelievable. Can't write this stuff as Sites. He gets penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Oh dear me. Yeah, everyone's going to pit. Look, yeah, Geodude pits, Nestek pits. In they go. Oh no! Ennis has lost it in the pits! What's going on today? we've got to keep an eye on these guys going to the pit lane, it would seem. I didn't expect a DNF during the safety car. I mean, I've done it myself before, but that is a strange one. Was he smashed in? Somewhere it looks like they were fighting into the pits almost, and he was smashed into the pit wall. Well, this is amazing. I don't know what Ennis the Menace thinks of this. Chat will be going wild. I need to focus on the race, the chat, what's going on. Oh, the Mercedes guys are running like lunatics, and Demesis pits is on mediums. Sully comes into the pits as well. Mr. Bean's going to overtake a couple of them. Bangleby probably will stay out as well, and obviously Saitsi is well, answers on a postcard, please. No idea what he's doing. So, Stevie, the championship leader, surprise, surprise, leads the way. João Santos behind in P2 and a Judo in P3. Looking like the favourite, really, isn't he? Yeah, because obviously Stevie and Villeneuve do have to pit again. But there may be another safety car. If I mean, how has that happened? I mean, what is going on? We need to see just like what has Ennis done? I have no idea. I mean, I've missed a couple of crashes on stream now. I do apologise. I'm normally pretty good at getting them, but how can you predict a crash at Curva Grande from T-Rex, and then under safety car conditions, Ennis the Menace has gone straight into the pit wall? I mean, it's almost like he was indecisive, smashed it. I don't know, but or someone's barged him into it. I have no idea what's happened. No idea at all. Anyway, let's calm down. My heart rate's too high. Fitbit says it's at 94. That's funny. Anyway, Saitsi has been lapped, of course. Let's not worry about him. So, next lap, I think safety car will be in. Well, lost for words. I'm absolutely lost for words. Normally got some sort of fun fact in the safety car period. I don't know what to say. Ennis has, well, not had his best race. That's safe to say. Anyway, Boyman and the Maverick have gone on the hard tyres. Everyone else pretty much on the medium. Swistak stayed down on the softs. Mistake. Sully's on the softs. Another mistake. Don't know what. No, everyone's starting on the softs, so he should have gone into the mediums. Maybe it's a glitch. Saitsi is on the hards, but whatever. So yeah, anyway, Mr. Bean's still in the race, which that pleases a lot of fans. So he has got away with one there. I know he's running P3, but you look ahead and you think, well, he's going to overtake the people with hard tyres. Swistak's going to pit. Villeneuve, Stevie have to pit. He's definitely quicker than Shane Mabs, possibly his FOD as well. Fabio, maybe. So he's looking at sort of P4 at least, and if there's another safety car at a reasonable moment, he might actually get a podium, so he shouldn't give up. It's looking good for him, really, considering he's smashed into a wall. But obviously, this is all assuming it goes perfect for him. Anyway, safety car is in this lap. I am hearing that, yeah, so Ennis the Menace had to avoid someone breaking into the pits, Dylan I think it was, and he swerved to avoid and forgot there was a wall there and smashed into the wall. But anyway, Stevie has bolted. He's gone straight off the final corner on Parabolica, and Villeneuve close behind as a Geodude's got a great launch on them both, it has to be mentioned. So a Geodude is looking like the one who's going to get any move done, if at all, of course on slightly fresher tyres, but Villeneuve goes very clever and defensive. Good driving from Villeneuve. As Mr. Bean, close to Shane Mabs, but doesn't send it. Oh. It's not very Mr. Bean-like, is it? Anyway, Geodude still behind Villeneuve. Surely he's not Perez in him. He's not going to Perez him just so Stevie can win, is he? No. Villeneuve needs to keep touch with Stevie, otherwise he's going to be a sitting duck on one of these straights. When DRS isn't able, I think he's gone anyway here now. So Judu's got a much better drive. He's going around the outside of Villeneuve into Ascari, but Ascari is not the best place to overtake, especially around the outside. I think Villeneuve's going to have this covered. And yes, he does, as Judu gives him a little gentle tap through Ascari, which isn't the most pleasant place to do that. As Judu has got a much better exit through Ascari though, but Villeneuve is then going to have DRS for the... Oh no, he's not, because it's not been deployed yet, so he's not going to have DRS. But anyway, there's a yellow flag for sight, see, not interesting. Yeah, Judu's through, and DRS hasn't been enabled yet, so there'll be no fight back from Villeneuve, but Nestek is all over the back of Swistak, as we can see here. He's going to go around the inside, he's going to send it here, he's definitely going to send it. Oh, he's not! Oh, he has! Oh, has he? I don't know. He's very indecisive there, didn't commit at all, and as a result, he's not got the job done. He should have just full send there. So he's got another penalty for speeding the pit lane. What a driver. Anyway, the shambolic Red Bull does retire. Shame for him. Anyway, Sully is round the outside of Banglabai at Curva Grande. Brave move. That's what we like to see. There's a yellow flag for his sights his car, so let's not concern ourselves with that. Nestek close to Swistak. Judu now caught up to the back of Stevie. Great position. I mean, really, there has to be a safety car to bring these Ferraris back into play here. They've had the safety car at the wrong time, really. But they do have pace, so we'll see how the race goes for them. Nestek desperate to get through this traffic because he was all over the back of Judu and in front at one stage. So he's got the pace. He just needs to show it. As Mr. Bean is going to get past shade maps, is he? Is he going to send it all inside Parabolica? No. Right, I think DRS will be enabled this lap, so he won't have it on this straight, but he will on the next one. So I think Mr. Bean has definitely got the pace of Shamos here. He needs to get past quickly and get the job done, which he has done fairly easily, really. So anyway, Swistak and Nestek are fighting. Nestek's got the better of him. Istvad also passed Shademab into turn 1, his teammate. Oh, Shademab's going backwards. I don't think I've seen him do an overtake yet. I was trying to look out for it, but he's only gone backwards, so you know, what can you do? Can't show you on the highlight reel if you don't provide me highlights, but anyway. Swistak close to Nestek. There has been an incident at the back and the Mavericks lost it. So what's happened to the Maverick then? We've missed it, we've not seen it. Oh no, oh well, the Maverick's gone anyway. There's a safety car being deployed. 15 laps on the softs. 15 laps on the softs. That is the question going through the Ferrari boys' head. You kind of have to. You've got to, really. You can't go on the hard tyres. That's an absolute disgusting choice, as the Mavericks found out. He's going into a wall. Boyman will be the next to DNF because he's on the hard tyres. Wow, do they pit? Stevie pits, that means Villeneuve's going to pit as well and get double stacked. Oh no. Anyway, they're both going to come out last and second to last. It doesn't really. Oh no, they're not, because Swistak's pitting as well. Of course he is. He's on the soft tyre. So everyone else continues. Maybe Banglabai pits for fresh set mediums. Yes, he does. Confusion intensifies. They don't like this pit entry, do they, at Monza? I mean, it's a pretty basic one, and we've had 2 issues. And yeah, anyway, here comes the Williams to put some fresh tyres on. So somehow Villeneuve and Stevie are not last and second from last. They're actually just behind Shade Maps in 10th and 11th. So they've got Shade Maps retired from session. Has he DNF'd? What's happened to Shane Mubs? Ha! He's crashed! What has happened there? I thought he was just parked with his wheels off. What? This has got to be one of the strangest races I've ever watched. I mean, what is happening? What the hell? I need to find out what's happened to Shade Maps here. What's going on? Also, apparently, he's smashed into the back of Tamesis. He's swerved and moved and broke right in front of him, apparently. Well, I'm looking forward to the incident reports. They're going to be tasty. Ha! Incredible. Well, if only I caught it, it would have made the highlight reel. Damn it, sorry. Anyway, Tamesis has dropped a place. This pod's gone by somehow. Or they were just swapping positions. I don't know who was where. So if you're just joining the stream, what have you missed? Chaos. Chaos has to be said. I think this one's just let Tamesis by. There. Well done. Yeah, so what's happened? So, well, it's hard to explain. So Stevie and Villeneuve didn't qualify, really. Started right at the back on different tyres, just to have a bit of fun, I think. The race happened a little while. Stevie made it further than last season by going further than 10 metres. So well done to him. He'll be pleased. Mr. Bean was up into P3, right close to Nestek and a Geodude, but had a crash at Parabolica. And it was a spectacular crash. Yeah, I don't know what lap it was, but it's a spectacular crash, and I don't know how he's still in the race. Immediately after that, T-Rex has decided to send it into wall and do Mr. Bean a massive favour. So T-Rex has gone off at Curva Grande, unknown again. I missed that one as well. That brought out the safety car. So the safety car's going round. Everyone comes into the pits, and somehow Ennis, the Menace, then apparently tries to avoid Dulst going into the pit lane and veers into the pit wall, which is not the smartest thing to do. And obviously he's DNF then under the safety car. Saitsi was about 10 laps down, about 5 laps in, so he's retired from session because he's not very competitive. The Mavericks lost it again, unknown, on the hard tyres, cold hard tyres, and Shade Mabs has apparently smashed into the back of Tamesis when Tamesis is moving under braking. So you're about to speed. That's what brought out the second safety car, I think, was oh no, that was under the safety car with Shade Mabs. I think Maverick brought out the second safety car, and you're about to speed, and the safety car is in now this lap. It's a very confusing and weird race. With Steven Villeneuve on fresh tyres, can they make it that far on the softs? Only time will tell. Anyway, Geodude leads the way. When will he go? He's not gone as early as Stevie has. He's still playing with them. And now he's gone. Nestek right behind him, and Fabio and Verova jockeying position before the safety car line. So who's closest? Boyman, very, very close to Dulst. Is he going to send it down the inside? Always looking for it. Oh, no, he's not. Further behind, Tamesis and Verova, very close to one another. Verova doing a Max Verstappen around the outside, fantastic stuff. He's managed to make that stick as Stevie gets past Tamesis as well, yes, as does Villeneuve, and then they've got the other Mercedes ahead of them now. Villeneuve's past Stevie in all that carnage. Will they send it down the inside of Fabio, knowing they can trust the man? Is he going to go for it? He's not. Stevie's get caught behind as well as Tamesis. Oh, Fabio's made an error, and both Ferraris are by, and probably his teammates as well. Can Tamesis get by? Yes, he does. So Tamesis stays with the two Ferraris as Villeneuve is ahead of Stevie. And yes, Mr. Bean is very close to Boyman. Of course, Boyman on the hard tyres, absolute awful, disgusting tyre to be on. As Mr. Bean does get past Boyman before Scari, and the two Ferraris are going to be really, really close to them. I mean, yeah. So, well, they're already past. Oh, Stevie's been held up massively there. He came to the middle of Ascari and there was just a car in his way. He doesn't know to go left, right. Boyman's in the middle of the road, not really weaving, but it's just in the middle. Boyman defending against the F5 champion like a lunatic, and he's managed to keep him behind, which is very impressive. So Stevie very close. He's going to get a traction, obviously, on those fresh soft tyres. He's already passed Boyman before the finish line. Boyman coming back at him though. Using that ERS, he really wants to challenge this the F5 champion as Stevie makes a bit of a late move to the right hand side, but Boyman not able to get the job done. So further forward, Mr. Bean is dropping back from the front three again. It's something I've said before. This race as Villeneuve is closing in, and Stevie still actually quite close to Villeneuve because he's been held up by Mr. Bean. He's not going to send it into Della Roggia. think that's what it's called, I don't know. But anyway, Villeneuve very close to Mr. Bean, but backed out of it. Further back, Swiss Tax had a moment at the Deli Rogers chicane. But anyway, Judo does lead the way, but the Ferraris are coming, and they're coming very quickly. They're already into P5 and P6. They need to make the most of these fresh tyres while they've got the tyre differential before they overheat too much. I think they'll be fine, and they'll be able to get past Mr. Bean fairly sharpish. Mr. Bean, as I said, could do P4 and is already up into P4, challenging for the podium places, so he'll be very pleased with his recovery. So Villeneuve went a little bit wide there, and it might open the door for Stevie. DRS enabled, but not on this straight. Stevie using ERS, as is Villeneuve, so there's no team orders here today. Mr. Bean not using any ERS, so Villeneuve's always gone straight to the back of him, but he's managed to avoid that. Villeneuve with the inside line. Mr. Bean trying to hang around the outside, but can't. Stevie's still behind Mr. Bean as they come around Curva Grande, and is Stevie going to go around the outside of Mr. Bean at Curva Grande? He is. No collisions here, and Mr. Bean can't do a thing about that. That's a great, just extra grip, really. There's not, you call it great driving, it's just extra grip. It's not really fair, but a good move nonetheless, and he stays with his teammate, who is just in front of him, and they'll be fighting like crazy if they do get in front and to win this race. And further back, Bangladesh has lost it. And yeah, everyone's struggling with that Della Rogers chicane. It's a tough one, especially if you hit the curb and you get sent to the Mars or something. Anyway, Geodude's got 1.5 second lead, Nestec 1.7 to Dulst, and there's not really any battles there. But Villeneuve and Stevie very close to one another, and Mr. Bean just behind. Could Mr. Bean hang on to the back of this train and get dragged along to the front? Take a breath. Here comes Stevie on his teammate. It's the first real battle we've had, these Ferrari boys, since Austria, where they came together. It's an easy pass. But if they get dragged along, and they're slowly gaining, if you notice on the times, they are slowly gaining to Dulst, Nestec and Judude. Judude needs to really put his foot down because he knows those Ferraris are close. He can see them now. He can see the top 5 if you're in P1, so he can see them. He knows where they are. And he will be scared. Pressure is on. So Stevie around the outside of Dulst, up before the Escorial chicane, which took me a little bit by surprise. Don't really expect moves there. But he's passed him, he's up into P3, and now he's charging down Nestec and Giodu in the front 3. Have been in the front 3 all season. They are the front 3 in the championship. And yeah, they continue to be too fast. Very good drivers. So Dulst is going to have DRS, as is Villeneuve, so that's going to negate everything. Stevie does set the fastest lap of the race with a 1:22.409. No real battles in the front 3 at the moment. Dulst quite close to Villeneuve, as you can see there, and Stevie is in the Ferrari sandwich, but nothing doing. Villeneuve really needs to get the job done quickly. Not using ERS though, doesn't want to go into the Della Rogers chicane. It does have more ERS than Dulst, so he won't know that, of course. Nestec got a lot of ERS. Tamisis now sets the fastest lap of the race. Could be penalty incoming by the sound of it from Shade Maps. So Mr. Bean is keeping in touch with these guys and is very, very sensibly, you know, keeping within the DRS, and they're dragging him along. So he's catching Dulst, so it's good news to Mr. Bean. He has fell back a little bit there though, but he's regained it through Scari. Mr. Villeneuve making some sort of error. Stevie now all over the back of Nestec, and he will have DRS for the main straight, and that will be the battle because the rest behind are in a train. Stevie goes very wide in parabolic, but he's going to get a great exit. is already gaining on Nestek. Nestek not even bothering to use ERS to defend. Does he want to be pulled along by Stevie? That's a possible. Stevie goes very... Oh, that was a bit suspect, but it's probably further ahead than I thought. But it's all's fine. Stevie is into P2, and now he hunts down his championship. Well, you call him a championship rival. He's second in the championship, not necessarily a rival. He's about 400 points behind. But anyway, he hunts him down. He wants to win this race. And what a great win it would be. It'd be fantastic stuff. You'd have to give him driver of the day, really. Although, driver of the day could go to Ennis the Menace for going into the pit wall with such panache. Further back, Villeneuve can't get close to Dulst. He just can't make inroads, and Dulce is really low on ERS, so Villeneuve just needs to hammer the battery next lap, and he'll be there. Further back in the field, the gaps are a lot larger. Mr. Bean now dropped back. Boyman much further back on them awful hard tyres. Fabio struggling. It's his home Grand Prix, and Sully not having the best race either. Everyone further back is absolute embarrassment. And we'll focus on the front. So Villeneuve, what's happened? Can he not do Parabolica? I don't understand. He should be breezing past Dulst here. I mean, if he hammers the battery up to the Della Roger chicane, he should also have him here. But anyway, Nestek's had a problem. Oh no, Dulst's gone! You're not supposed to do that there, mate. What's going on? He's gone for the celebration donuts, but that's not the time to do it. Anyway, Villeneuve, that's Christmas of Villeneuve, but Nestek also had a mistake, so Villeneuve's now very close to Nestek. Lap 21 or 27 already. Absolute. Oh, Villeneuve's had a moment. Just kept it in the right direction just about. Lost a lot of time to Nestek though, and those soft tyres starting to go off. 7 laps in, maybe not, but they'll certainly be a little bit more even with the mediums, as Stevie can't make much progress into a Jude. I mean, he's catching a little bit, but it's not massive. Villeneuve soon to be on the back of Nestek again by the looks of it. No one in the DRS detection zone at the moment, which is curious. Field spread pretty large. Could do with another safety car. I'm looking at Mr. Bean to provide it for us. It's a bit slow around Parabolic, so it's not going to be this lap, but you know, if he dives into the pits, he could do an Ennis and smash into that little wall there. But he hasn't. He's not been at this lap. Maybe Boyman on the awful hard tyres will be going into a wall. Nope. So the gaps, all the gaps. Dulst pits. Damage? No, just to his dignity. So Dulst will probably be quick. Maybe he'll provide some action for us. Is he close to Isfod? He's close to Matamesis. That could be a good battle. 1.7 behind. Might gain, but Tamesis is pretty quick. But he'll probably get into Isfod soon. Fabio catching Boyman slowly. Mr. Bean just about keeping in touch with Villeneuve. Villeneuve catching Nestek almost. Mr. Bean does Mr. Bean things and gets a penalty. Unlucky, mate. And Stevie still 1.5 behind Ajulia, but has much more ERS, so he's gonna make that up. This could be a last few laps battle. I mean, Stevie's got to start rinsing the battery soon. He's 50%, and it was 50%, isn't it? He's rinsing the battery. He's doing what? Excuse me, doing what's said. So he's caught up there a lot because Ajulia has not much battery. So that has brought him back into contention. Nestek's had a moment. That's going to give Villeneuve a bit of an incentive there. Oh, look at this already. He's got right back up to him. Villeneuve's very happy with that one. Spangler by, very close to Sully. This could be a move here. I don't think Villeneuve's close enough into Della Rogia. No, he's not. But here comes Spangler by around the inside of the AlphaTauri. Oh, he's got a bit wide though. Maybe the AlphaTauri can go back at him. Bit of better traction. Yeah, you go and use that battery and you've got him into Della Rogia. You do it. Go on, press the button. I'm pressing it for you, mate. Come on. If he uses the battery there, he could easily get this job done, but he might try to send here. No, he's not. He's backed out. He could have used his battery and got through there, but anyway. We cannot judge. It's difficult in the race cars, as Daniel Ricciardo found out today in FP2. Someone else crashed as well. I can't remember who it was, though. It was FP2, not FP2, F2. Hughes or something. That looked a bit more painful. Anyway, enough of real life. This is better. Villeneuve on the back of Nestek, but Nestek got much more ERS, so Villeneuve just needs to save his battery for a lap or three and get him on the last lap. Stevie very close to Giudu. This is going to be a great finish. He would really show that he's a true champion if he can win from the back of the grid. The hashtag Stevie2Fast is still trending on Twitter. It has been trending about for half the season. The man is a machine. He's only finished off the podium in one race, and in that one race is the one he crashed in. Singapore it was. He's won 7 out of the 16 races. He's got 15 podiums out of 16. Incredible. What a season. Needs some more competition next year. Hopefully we'll get it. Either way though, been a great championship, been a great season. Enjoyed it. As Giudu did very low on battery. Stevie saving for another lap. Next lap he'll attack. He might attack on the last lap actually. He won't go around here, there's no value. Just bide your time, save your tyres a little bit. Go on the last lap, save your battery. He was going for it around Curva Grande though. A bit of battery usage, and he is gaining very slightly. Does he go around the outside, around Curva Grande? He's got the outside line, he's going for it. He's going for it into Della Roggia. This is incredible. He's got the job done as a Giudu blatantly cheats. That's blatant cheating. I mean, that is awful. Nestek gets a penalty, so Villeneuve is going to get the double podium. Oh no, Nestek's almost let him by. Something's gone wrong there. Anyway, Villeneuve now into P3 as Giudu did cut that chicane. I don't think he lifted off as much as he probably should have done, but stewards will decide. Makes no difference if Stevie wins, I don't think, but yeah, so about the same ERS now, so this is getting very interesting. So let's have a quick look at penalties, just in case you're interested on anyone further back. 3 seconds for all involved, apart from Tomisis, who's got 5. Not sure where he got that from, but another one could be coming his way post-race if Villeneuve does submit, which hopefully he does. I want to see what happened. Always curious to see instances as a Giudu just gains and gains, and maybe he's buying his time now, but Stevie, sensible, saving his batteries. Nestek's gone round at the outside of Villeneuve, but obviously he does have that penalty, but Villeneuve, will he get the switch back on him? No one's using that battery around Curva Grande, and I really think it's the place to overtake, so it takes people by surprise, but Villeneuve not doing that. Look at that pace advantage he's got though anyway. If he uses the battery as well, he'd be past him, but sensible stuff to get him on the last lap. Anyway, he's got 3 second penalty, it makes no difference, but could get it removed, you never know, as a driver, so it's always best to finish ahead on track. I don't think any of these guys in the front could get penalties, maybe a Giudu for that corner cut, but I don't think they'll get penalties this race. I don't think they've done anything naughty. I think they've been good boys. As Giudu is close to Stevie. So this is, it's not the last chance, but it's his best chance into turn 1. 3 tenths behind, 4 tenths behind, 3 tenths. I think he could do it here. He's going for it. Stevie obviously using his full battery deployment here. He's going to be weaving perhaps, he's almost gone off the track there. He's going to be weaving to save it. What is Giudu doing behind? Not sure. Anyway, that's not worked. Villeneuve, send it. No. Too sensible. Not too much of a brain on him. But anyway, Dude. Can he get into De La Roger? This is another opportunity. He's going for it. Come on, use your battery and just lunge. It is the last lap. We come in the Ferrari's ahead. The Haas just behind. There's probably one more chance into Ascari, but that's not going to happen now because Jude's gone into the gravel, but he's not lost too much time. There's Nestek. Oh, Nestek's lost it! Nestek's gone into the gravel and Villeneuve's saying goodbye, and away he goes, and he's definitely got the podium now. So Jude using everything. He's going to have to completely cut the Ascari chicane if he's got any chance of overtaking Stevie here, I think. Or an error from Stevie. Maybe. Worn tyres. No, no mistakes. What a championship. What a race. Stevie, the TV, rounds the final quarter of the season parabolic in front of his home fans, the Tifosi. Thought he was going to pit them, but he's not. He crossed the line, P1, fantastic stuff. Congratulations, brilliant race. Obvious driver of the day, Ajudu P2, Stevie P3. Driver of the day, Stevie, I meant, not Ajudu. So it's double podium for Ferrari in Monza. Nestek P4, Mr Bean P5. Pretty good drive from him, recovered nicely. Boyman's done well actually on the hard tyres. Should have picked different tyres, but P6. Fabio P7 in front of the Italian crowd. He'll be pleased with points, I think. Banged by Dust and Sully. Going to round up the top 10 is Fontomesis and Swistak out of the points. What a great race. What a great championship. It's been a pleasure to commentate on these guys. It's been a fun old season. And Stevie has dominated. Ojudu is going to finish in second place, Nestek third, and Villeneuve in fourth. Best of the rest in P5, I think, is Boyman. Congratulations to him. After T-Rex had that DNF, it's all gone wrong. So here we see the double podium Monza. We'll watch the celebrations today because it's Monza and double podium for Ferrari. You can't not. They did donuts at the start. They deserve to. They've dominated the whole season. Wonderful stuff. So they'll be drinking champagne all night. Will the two Ferrari men. Stevie P1 from 17th on the grid. Villeneuve P3 from 16th on the grid. Proving their championship material. A Jude sandwiched in between. Done quite well, but did start P2. So, you know, it's almost nothing. As we see a few dodgy incidents, a strange start to the race, weird incidents indeed. Great way to end the season with a bit of controversy. I did miss all the incidents. I sincerely apologise. I'll try and do better next season if I'm allowed back. My debut season commentary has been enjoyable. I managed to do the race direct today as well, so well done to me for that one. And yes, tune in for the rest of the races in ERO this weekend. And, you know, these F5 boys, they do have an off-season race, which I actually will be racing in. Starting from next Friday, we are trying to find a commentator. If there's anyone watching and wants to commentate on that, we would be honoured to have a stream. And we'll be continuing racing through the off-season, ready for the new game, released on the 1st July, my birthday. So, anyway, have a great off-season, and we'll see you again next year. Bye-bye.